Morning, just woke up, feel a little bit better today. My eyesight seems to have improved. I'm not sure if that's just because I've had a rest, and the sort of natural light might make it a bit easier, but this seems to have improved. And my balance has improved. I feel a lot more steady on my feet this morning. Just went back to bed, slept another 4 hours. I'm just tired all the time, very hard to get out of bed today. Yeah, I thought I was improving today, but I don't think so. Walking's just difficult. It's not particularly painful, but it's very slow and laborious. I feel absolutely terrible today. I went to the hospital to get some blood tests done. They were testing many different things, and it's been sent off to Oxford University to be analysed. I'm not sure when I'll get the results from that, but when they gave me the blood test form, they gave me this thing that the neurologist had filled in, and apparently my symptoms are subacute, which means it took 4 to 8 weeks for the progression to happen with my symptoms, and the type of nerves, I believe, are the distal ones, and it's symmetric. And from googling that, it looks likely from one study I read that those three attributes are more likely seen in people who make a full recovery. So there's still hope, but today I just feel incredibly bad. Complete lack of energy, achy neck, headache. I just feel really ill, and it just, it's very hard to do anything today. Just woke up. I just feel really, really tired. I slept about 9 hours, solid sleep, and I just feel knackered. I've got very little energy. Even the prospect of brushing my teeth seems like a massive chore. Just going to get a COVID vaccine today, and tomorrow's nerve conduction studies. We'll see how it goes. Just getting into bed, feel absolutely awful. I'm hoping that's because of the COVID vaccine I took today. Just sort of flu symptoms, really unsteady on my feet. I felt really bad yesterday. Last night was terrible. I think that was mostly down to the vaccine I had. But I'm feeling quite a bit better today, just really low energy. My ability to walk is quite poor at the moment. Going up and down curbs when I went to the hospital today was very difficult. So at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning I've got my appointment with the consultant neurologist, so hopefully that'll be some good news. Cheers. So just had my appointment with the neurologist, who this is her area of expertise, and it was a long appointment actually, over 2 hours, and got to ask a lot of questions. The upshot of it is that she reckons it's about 75% certain I've got CIDP. If I do have it, she's confident that it's just a normal variation, and she's also confident that I will respond to treatment, IVIG, which I believe should be starting next week. Other thing is they've asked if I want to take part in a trial in London, trialling using steroids at the same time as IVIG. I'm undecided if I'm going to go for that or not yet. But yeah, it's potentially a lifetime of treatment, but she was quite confident that, you know, sort of 3-4 months after the treatment, that I should essentially be back to full fitness. Should be able to run upstairs and things like that, which is really good to hear. I'll take it with a little pinch of salt. What else? Not much else really. Right, it's now 13 days after diagnosis. I'm going into hospital today to get the first dose of the IVIG treatment. It was taking a long time to get it done as an outpatient, so I've sort of been pestering them a bit. My legs have been getting a lot worse over the last week, really. So they said it'll be a lot quicker if I go in, so I'm going to go to A&E. Apparently they know I'm coming, and they'll hopefully get me a bed and hopefully start the treatment today. I think it should be 5 days of the IVIG, and we'll see how things go. Alright, 16 days after diagnosis. I've had my second 40-gram dose of IVIG yesterday. I just woke up and everything's a lot better today. My vision's improved. I can pretty much read a sign from about 30-40 meters away, which, I mean, there's still a bit of wobble in the vision, but you know, before I was struggling to see anything clearly more than a couple of meters away. My walking's improved. I feel like I don't need the sticks this morning, which is quite different from last night. So yeah, it's incredible. It's going to take at least 2 weeks to start working, so I don't know if that potentially throws the diagnosis of CIDP in doubt, or if I just happen to respond really well to the treatment. But cheers. Alright, it's now 20 days since diagnosis. Finished my treatment 2.5 days ago, and I felt awful. Pretty bad. I had 200 grams of the immunoglobulin. Yeah, and I just felt awful. I've been sleeping loads, like maybe 14 hours a day. I'm starting to feel better now from the side effects. Yeah, the movement hasn't improved much, but my eyesight is loads better than it was. Still pretty unsteady on my feet. And what else? Got my next treatment booked. Gonna start in about 3.5 weeks. Another 200 grams. Cheers. So it's just over 4 days since I finished the first course of IVIG. I'd say the majority of the side effects have passed. Slight bit of a headache, bit of neck ache, but nowhere near as bad as it has been. So yeah, today was quite a lot better. Went for a walk today. I actually bought some crutches because I was getting very unsteady on my feet and didn't manage to walk very far. Getting a lot of weakness in my hip, my right side, and walking up hills is a massive struggle. So I'm quite worried about getting around at the moment, but the treatment won't have kicked in yet. I looked at my diary from the the first bout when I had the first treatment, and it was about 12 days after I finished, no, 12 days after I started the treatment, that I started to first notice that I was feeling a bit better. So I think at the moment it's 8 days since I started the treatment, or 9. So yeah, fingers crossed. Right, I've been getting a lot of neck ache today. Just really hurts, and I had to spend the majority of the day lying down. If I'm sat in certain positions for any length of time, my neck starts to ache quite badly, and this kind of goes up to my head. I'm assuming this is CIDP symptom. My strength and balance has got better in some ways and worse in others. I feel stronger in certain ways, getting up out of a chair, for example, but in other ways, such as picking my feet up when I walk, I feel a bit worse. Overall, I'd say there's probably no change. Right, it's now 37 days since diagnosis and 23 days since I started the treatment. I've been getting worse. I can barely walk. My double vision, after having got better, it was mostly better for about 2 weeks, and then it came back, and it's just been deteriorating. It's very sort of disorientating. The legs, I'm seeing a physio tomorrow. I've lost a lot of strength, but also there's a lot of tightness in the muscles. So yeah, seeing the physio tomorrow. She's coming round, and we're going to hopefully get some exercises and get some things sorted out. Bought some crutches to help me get around, but hopefully I'm going to get some more equipment. That's it really. It's a week until my next scheduled treatment of IVIG, but if I continue to go downhill and I'm unable to sort of look after myself, the advice I've been given is go back to A&E. So I mean, there's even a possibility I'll go there tomorrow, and maybe they'll start the treatment early. I don't know if that's beneficial or not, but we're going to find out, I guess. Anyway, cheers. So I've been advised by my neurologist to go back to hospital, to the A&E department, and present myself. She said if I was still getting worse or hadn't noticed any recovery after 3 weeks, then go to A&E. My treatment was due to start on Monday, my second dose of IVIG, but I'm not going to be able to get there. It's a different part of the country. I'm staying with my parents at the moment, and that was as an outpatient, so I'm just not safe to come and go from the hospital. The social services came around today, and they've given me a Zimmer frame, a couple of other bits of equipment to help me move around. So I'm reaching a point where, I'm really unsafe. I can't handle any kind of steps. Hopefully this will improve. So yeah, I'm going to get a lift to the hospital tomorrow, and I'm assuming they'll admit me and examine me and potentially start the next IVIG treatment. So we'll find out, I guess. Cheers.